Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing something that I really need to do and I'm recording a video while I do it. I am clearing out my wardrobe and I'm going to share some tips with you for how I go about doing it. Obviously as a fashion blogger I have a lot of clothes always on the go, always on the way in and always on the way out. Just because I kind of need new stock to show people so that they can buy. It's not a normal way to have your wardrobe, but if anything it's taught me how to keep on top of my wardrobe, how to keep things in there that I wear. I have my staple pieces and I know when something just isn't worth the room in my wardrobe. I find when my wardrobe is cluttered and messy and I can't see anything, I get stressed. So every couple of weeks, every like 2-3 weeks, I try and go through my wardrobe, even take out like a few bits that I'm not wearing and just to kind of free things up and make space, because if you don't, otherwise you look back a year later and you have stuff in there that you haven't worn for months. I want to share those tips with you for how I go about clearing out my wardrobe and hopefully it will help you keep on top of yours as well. Okay, so I've broken it down into 10 different tips that will help you clear out your wardrobe, declutter your life and just de-stress. Let me know in the comments if you find them helpful and let me know if you have any tips yourself, and don't forget to subscribe because I'm going to be doing weekly fashion videos, so if you subscribe you can keep up to date. Actually, one more thing before we start, I suggest having 3 different bags for clearing out. One for charity, one for good things that you might want to pass on to your sisters or your friends that you're not quite sure you want to get rid of yet. And then the last bag is if you have good stuff and you have a means of selling them, like Depop or Dress Up Market or one of those apps, eBay even, then have one bag for that, because I know it can kill you to get rid of something that's perfectly good and new and in really good condition. So selling your clothes is a good option as well, and it's a good way of being like sustainable with your clothes as well. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so my first tip for doing a wardrobe clear out is to make sure you have the right season in your wardrobe. If it's winter, get rid of everything that's summer, fold it, store it away, and vice versa for summer. I just looked at my wardrobe, it's February, and I found these 2 completely summery outfits which really do not need to be in my wardrobe taking up space. So what I would recommend is investing in some good storage options. I have brown wicker baskets under my bed where I keep the season that I'm not wearing, so right now that's where summer is. How these 2 escaped, I don't know. That's the first thing I do when I go to clear out my wardrobe. I fold away and tidy away things that aren't current season that I won't be wearing. Because even though I'm not wearing them now, doesn't mean I won't wear them in a couple of months time, and I don't want to get rid of them. So just to get them out of sight and then you can focus on what you need to get rid of. Okay, so my second tip is to ask yourself the question, have you overworn it? When I have something in my wardrobe that I love, I actually never want to let go. I will keep wearing it and keep wearing it even if it's not good enough quality to keep wearing it. So for example, I had a gorgeous Karen Millen coat that I wore to death a couple of years ago. I'll insert some pictures. And it was like, it's a white coat, of course it got dirty, it's like inevitable, and it got bally. It just really wasn't even white anymore. It was like grey and cream and just not in good condition, and it really did kill me to get rid of it, but I did. And I just looked in my wardrobe there and I found this white blazer which doesn't look too bad. I don't know if I can part with this yet, but if you look, all the inseam is ripped. I've worn this to death. You know, it's got all these kind of strings hanging out and around here too. So what I can do at this stage is decide, is it worth fixing or is it worth getting rid of? And to be honest, I have so many white blazers that I think this is one that I'm gonna have to say goodbye to. Tip number 3 is, if you haven't worn it in a year, you're probably not gonna wear it. I just had a look in my wardrobe again and I found this coat, this Revolve coat. It's like faux suede and it's got fur in the collar and I love it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's totally my color palette. But I suppose it's not super heavy, so maybe that's why I don't wear it. But I haven't worn it. I haven't worn it in, I think, a year and a half. So I'm like, why am I holding on to this coat that's taking up so much room when I could clear it out and free up my wardrobe space, be able to see more clearly what's in there that I actually wear, something that I would be getting rid of. But because it's so good, I might actually throw this in the sisters bag, see if either of them want it, and if not, it will go in the donation bag. Okay, tip number 4, and this is an embarrassing one for me. Do you own lots of similar things? Have a look in your wardrobe. Do you rebuy the same things? I know I do. I'm drawn to certain colours, I'm drawn to certain styles, and that is why I've ended up with not 1, not 2, but 3 cream teddy coats in my wardrobe. There is actually no need for it, it's excessive. So I have this one I got on Pretty Little Thing. It's kind of like aviator style. I have this one that's more of like a bomber, and I actually, would you believe, I had another one as well, but I already gave one of those away to my roommates because it was the very same. I bought this in Zara and I ordered one online, very similar. It was from Shein side, I think, and it arrived and I was like, okay, I literally just bought 2 of the same jackets. So that happens to me when I find something I like. Obviously I like teddy coats. You've seen, probably if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that I've worn this coat to death. But I don't need 3 of the same, you know, like they take up so much room. They are big coats. So what I'll do is I'll probably decide which one I don't wear, which ones I don't get wear out of. I have worn this once. So I probably will keep this and get another wear out of it, but maybe this one, I've worn it a good few times and I don't know if it's the style that I love anymore. So this is probably gonna go, and this one is not going anywhere because I wear this to death and I love it and it's so warm and it's still middle of winter. Have a look in your own wardrobe. Do you own a lot of the similar pieces? Could you narrow it down? Could you go through them and pick your favorites and just give yourself more space? Because I know I definitely can, and that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, tip number 5. Ask yourself the question, do you have something to wear it with? You shouldn't really be buying clothes unless you have something to wear it with, but sometimes we do, and sometimes they end up clogging up our wardrobe. So you do have to ask yourself that question. I just went and had a look and I found 2 tops that I bought that I don't really have anything to wear it with. This one is obviously, there's like a lot of going on. It's coloured and it's patterned. It's quite summery even though it's a blazer, so I feel like for this one I'm going to put that in with my summer clothes. And then for this one, this was the wrong size that I bought it in. It was my own fault. And I just, whenever I go to wear it, I can never find the right bottoms for it. So I think this might be something that is just sitting there that I'm never going to wear. Might be time to get rid of it. Okay, the 6th tip, and not a fun one. Does it still actually fit? I think we're all guilty of keeping things in our wardrobe that we just can't part with because we love it, because maybe it reminds you of a time or a memory. But if it doesn't fit, you need to get rid of it. If you're not going to wear it and it's not comfortable to wear, get rid of it. You know, accept where you are, be comfortable in your current body. That's a whole nother video. But if it doesn't fit, there's not really much point in keeping it in your wardrobe unless you're working on a goal, I guess. I don't know. But for me, I just think it's just taking up space. Around this dress, even when I bought it, it wasn't comfortable just around the neck. It was very tight and around the arms. So I think because that, when I go to wear it every time, I'm like, oh, that's not comfortable. So it is just a waste of space and I'm gonna get rid of that. Tip number 7, hang as many things as you can. Don't judge me by the state of my wardrobe. I'm still mid cleaning things out, but I do try and hang up as much as I can because that way I can see it. If they're scrunched in balls, if they're supposed to be folded in piles, they never really last folded for long. I find hanging stuff up is the best way to see things. It's the best way to remember what you have because you can actually look at it, you can touch it, you can pick it up and put it back. So I do try and avoid putting things into piles, and I try and hang up as much as I can because that way it allows me to kind of stay on top of what I have in my wardrobe. And ultimately when it comes to clearing out, I know what I wear and I know what I don't wear. Tip number 8 is to fold heavy things and heavy jumpers and knits because they take up a lot of room in your wardrobe. Here I have my knit drawer, and because they're so big, they're easy to organise. When you go to take one out, it doesn't make a big mess and it does free up a lot of space in your wardrobe. So that's a good one. It's a good one for keeping your wardrobe kind of clear and leaving room for you to hang other things. Okay, tip number 9. Please don't judge me by the mess of the end of my wardrobe. We'll get there. I guess the top is the priority right now. But tip number 9 is to get little wardrobe dividers. You can get these online, you can get them in IKEA, and they're super cheap, but they're a good way of keeping your wardrobe organised so that you know kind of what you wear, what you don't need, what's just taking up space. So in here I have like my tights, and you know what, any tip that helps me save time when I'm getting dressed and I'm trying to pick out outfits is helping. It's good, it's a good start. So I really would recommend getting these for your wardrobe. You can put them in drawers and you can put them at the base of your wardrobe like I have, and they come in all different sizes as well. Okay, my 10th and final tip is kind of a random one, and it's one that is very new to my life. Invest in a rail. This is actually the doorway on the way into my room, so it's kind of in my mini hallway. Not ideal, but if you're like me and you have a lot of clothes and you want to be organised with it, this is the best thing ever. So I have my outfit up here that I'm going to wear later on tonight, and I'm going to Fashion Week this weekend, so I'm also gonna put my outfits up here so I'm ready to go, so they're not taking up room in my wardrobe. So I'm automatically decluttering. I'm not necessarily getting rid of anything in this case, but this will really just help me organize myself day to day so that I know what I'm wearing, I'll become familiar with what I wear, and when it comes to clearing out, I know what I don't need. Okay, so that's it. There are my top 10 tips for clearing out your wardrobe, decluttering, organizing your space, organizing your outfits. Obviously, again, I'm an unusual case because I'm a fashion blogger, so I have a lot more clothes, I have a lot more coming in and out all the time, but those tips will help you. They'll help you de-stress, they'll help you style your outfits much faster in the morning, and they'll make the whole experience much more pleasant, I hope. Let me know what you think of these tips, and again, if you have any tips yourself, please do share them. I'm always looking to learn, especially when it comes to clearing out my wardrobe. So definitely let me know, and thank you so much for watching. See you soon, guys.